I remember September 11th as a beautiful, clear, crisp day in Washington. When I did speak to friends and families and hearing their voices of exasperation and anguish and not being able to do anything about it, trying to get our own information from our agencies in Washington and then not being able to have it, was just a total moment of real anguish along the way, and just trying to get a sense of the magnitude of what was happening. And then when the buildings collapsed and hearing about the plane in Pennsylvania and the Pentagon, and just thinking about who could coordinate all those attacks. And then I remember a moment which I'll never forget, in which members of Congress came back to the Capitol and stood on the Capitol steps and joined hands, Republicans and Democrats and independents, and nobody had a party affiliation then, and bursting out in a chorus of God Bless America. And then the days that happened after that, of course, the incredible tragedy, the loss of so many of our own fellow New Jerseyans, as well as, of course, our fellow Americans. The spirit of America in the midst of the rubble and the ash, of having people lining up to give blood, lining up to try to be helpful, trying to find a way to give something back in the midst of this horrible, horrible, tragic destruction. And it just said to me that, you know, you can hurt us, but you can't beat us. And the goodness of America in the midst of all this tragedy showed its incredible face and its incredible spirit. And so, you know, today, 10 years later, as we approach the 10th anniversary, I think about, I hope to see that spirit again in the lives of our citizens, in the lives of our politics, that doesn't have to be brought up together by tragedy, but by the same sense of purpose, of love of country, of love of each other. Knowing that 10 years later we may have clearly created a measure of feeling some revenge with the capture and killing of bin Laden, but understanding that we're still challenged, and that on that fateful day our lives changed in ways big and small that we still live with today. And so, you know, that's why in my own work I think about, okay, it's 10 years, but some things haven't changed. Some challenges are still there. And, you know, it's also a remembrance on that day about the men and women in uniform, police, firefighters, emergency management, who rushed into buildings when they were burning and potentially collapsing. They didn't rush away from them. We call them heroes then. And they were then, and they are now. And so that's why I'm so thrilled that we finally passed that Sadroga bill, so that we can take care of those people who survived, but who are sick today. It's why I'm, you know, very much of the view that we honor those not only whose lives were lost by how we take care of their family, but we honor those who took those risks in their health care today because they face some serious illnesses by how we treat them. And we honor the memory of everyone who we lost on that fateful day, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, friends and relatives, by how we treat each other and by how we come together as a country. I hope this September 11th, that's something that we can relive again.